The next thing we're going to look at is what is probably the most popular, but certainly the most powerful of our querying tools within VISCO, and that's what we call Venture Explorer. And that's going to be accessible from the logistics menu. You've got your querying tools. The first one is Venture Explorer. It is commonly used by folks in the logistics department, although sales and purchasing people may want to get familiar with this as well because it gives you some really valuable information. It's a powerful tool. The concept of the Venture Explorer is a tool to allow you to access information about any inventory in the system regardless of the status of that inventory. So the different status that inventory could fall into would be these that we have listed up here. PO issued, meaning that the order has been placed with the supplier, but they haven't actually shipped it yet. At source, meaning we've loaded it onto a container, but that container may not have shipped yet. In transit, meaning on the water, in the warehouse. There's also things could be have a status of purchase returned, or closed ventures, meaning ventures which have been entirely sold. So an example of how you might want to use the Venture Explorer is for me to say, give me all ventures that are in transit that have an ETA between, say, now and the end of the month, meaning they should be arriving before the end of the month, and we may want to prepare paperwork to send out to the customs broker, or we need to alert customers, that kind of thing. Another way in which people could use it is to say, by a specific vendor, give me everything I have with the status of PO issued for a specific vendor, and it'll return that list of ventures to us. Or I could say, by product, give me everything I have, all statuses of a specific product. Let's pick something I know there's some decent data here for sorbic acid. I'll select that, click proceed, and it loads for me this listing of all ventures available for this specific product and the status of those ventures. Again, if I want to, I can drill down into the venture to get additional details, but this grid's going to show me the venture number, the status, the last time someone updated information about this venture, who our vendor is, the shipping dates, the ETA and ETD, the container that it's either on or the container that it arrived in if it's been received into the warehouse, and the quantity available, meaning the quantity that has not yet been allocated or shipped out to a customer is still available to us. Another thing about the results grid here, once we get our results from our Venture Explorer, is you can export this out to Excel, which is commonly done to create totals, or if you want to manipulate the data further using some of the standard Excel tools, you can do that. There's also an advanced search option within Venture Explorer, which is going to give you a little more functionality. If I click on advanced search, I can see, in addition to the more simple filtering criteria, I've got additional details in which I can filter under, like our bill of lading number. If things have been pre-allocated to a specific customer, I can load all ventures that are pre-allocated to that customer that haven't actually shipped to them yet. Or if a customer calls with a specific PO number, they want to know the status of that PO, you would enter the customer PO number and click proceed, and it's going to bring up the status of all ventures from within that PO. Another good one is under the trader. If a particular salesperson has, you want to see what they have out there, that particular salesperson is going to show me this is the inventory that's related to that salesperson. It returns that list again. As you can see, there are many filtering criteria here. If you want us to, we can add additional criteria. If you want to search for something that you don't see here, that is an optional that's available to you. But within the criteria that's listed here, you can search by any one or any combination of those filtering criteria to return a list of that venture data, which you can again export out to Excel. So this is the most powerful querying tool. There are more simplistic tools which we'll look at in other training videos, but for advanced users, I think this would be the #1 place you'd want to go when trying to pull information about inventory out of the system.